Hi everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Prince2 Introduction series. In the last video, we looked at what is Prince2. We also looked at what is a project, what is project management, and the reasons why projects fail. In this video, let's look at the 6 aspects of project performance. We'll also look at characteristics of a project. Let's look at what Prince2 offers and what it does not offer. And also let's look at the benefits of Prince2. So according to Prince2, whenever a project is being executed, there are usually 6 aspects of project performance that you as a PM required to effectively manage throughout the project life cycle. The 6 aspects are time, cost, quality, scope, benefits, and risk. Let's look at each of these aspects and see what they address. Time. As a PM, you need to check as of today, based on the current progress of the activities, are we ahead or behind schedule? Cost. There is normally a budget set aside to execute the project. As the project progresses, the project manager needs to keep checking whether the project is under or over budget. And you as a PM, you also need to look for opportunities to reduce the spendings in the project. Quality. Quality is all about getting it right. It's not enough to make sure you get it done on time and on budget. You need to be sure that you make the right product deliverable to suit the stakeholders' requirements. Quality simply means that you make sure that you build whatever you said you would build and you do it as it's required. Scope. Scope is all about doing the right stuff. Your project scope is defined in probably a project statement where you write down the deliverables, the assumptions, the constraints that you have in delivering the project. So scope is it's a breakdown of precisely what you're going to deliver in a project, and you as a PM, you need to define the scope very clearly at the beginning of the project and ensure no new work is done without checking the impact on the other project constraints like time, cost, or risk. Benefits. You as a project manager, you need to know, and not only you, even the project team members need to be aware of why the project is being done, and you always need to work towards achieving these objectives in the course of the project. Risk. Well, all projects, regardless of size and complexity, will always have some amount of risk. Risks have to be identified in the beginning. You need to ensure that whatever risks are identified, they're analyzed, and proper risk response and strategy is in place to reduce the impact and probability of the occurrence. So according to Prince2, it is the job of the project manager to effectively manage these 6 essential aspects of project performance. I need to ensure that they are within the agreed tolerances throughout the life cycle of the project. Now let's look at the features or characteristics of a project. According to Prince2, there are 5 characteristics of a project. Characteristics are the elements which will differentiate between a project and operations. In Prince2 context, operations is referred as business as usual. So what are these 5 characteristics? Let's look at them one by one. The first characteristic is a change. As discussed earlier, projects are always a way to introduce change. For example, if you introduce an online sale of a product, it will definitely change the way how your customers purchase the products that you offer. Another characteristic is temporary. They should always project will always have a definite start and end time, and it should stop once the required products are created. For example, house construction starts from March 1st, 2016 and ends on October 31st, 2016. So there's always a definite start and end time defined at the beginning of the project. Cross-functional. A project involves people from different functions, different departments who work together during the project, and all these project members will come with different skill sets in order to meet the project objectives. For example, if you take the case of construction of house, you will have architects, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, and so on, who come with their own skill sets. Unique. Every project is unique, as there is always something different in each project. For example, let's say if you're a project manager for construction of a house, and let's say you're building your second house. The second house that you build will definitely be different from your first house. It could be in terms of location, or probably the fittings that you use in the house could be different. And there is always uncertainty in every project, as there is unique, and there is always a change that is characteristic of a project. There is always uncertainty that comes in the project, because you're not very sure how things are going to work out. For example, let's say you as a project manager, when you're interested to build a house, your house owner may have different requirements, and they may keep changing the requirements during the project. So these are the different characteristics of a project that will help you differentiate from a project and a business as usual.